Hi guys, my name is Pavan and welcome to my YouTube channel buildingyourdreams.com. So today we'll be discussing about pronouns. So this is basically asked for 4 markers, keeping that in the mind that pronouns are very more easier. So normally the questions are basically asked from the passage writing. So passage writing, which basically includes for your 10 markers. In certain cases, in most of the question papers, we could have an analysis about certain questions, like certain questions from the passage itself. They're going to ask you for the pronoun. That means that from the passage itself, one para they're going to copy and paste for the pronouns, and then they're going to ask you questions related to it. So that doesn't matter from where the questions are sourced, but regardless of the fact that pronouns, it's very important to understand the fact that in pronouns the normal concepts is I, you, she, he, it. So these are the normal concepts which they ask in pronouns, even they, there. So these are the normal concepts which is asked in the pronouns. And not only that, in pronouns it is one of the easiest main where we can crack 4 markers. Keeping this in the mind, let's go on to the first example. So first important tip, rule number 1 is you're supposed to go through the question. The Western Ghats are well known for their rich and unique assembles of flora and fauna. 25 biodiversity hotspots are identified in the world, and Western Ghats are one among them. The Western Ghats, the Ghats are home to thousands of animal species. Which at least 325 are global threatened. They are also home to many indigenous people who are on verge of extinction. So as being said that, let's go at the question. There. So now let's check in the question, where can we find there? Okay, the first point over here about there, it's then your first line. So who is there referred to? The Western Ghats are well known for their rich and unique assembles. So who is there referred to? There is nothing but refer to the Western Ghats. So when you're writing the answer as, just note down, you're going to write the answer as there is referred to the Western Ghats. Okay, next one. So normally the first key hint which I would like to say is, for example, if they are asking you there, so it's very important for us to understand that normally if they ask you the first question is always going to be related to the first or second line. That is the very hint key which you can understand in pronouns. And the next question is about them. Okay, now let's look at the next question which they have asked is about them. So there is nothing but Western Ghats. Them, let's check where is them. The Western Ghats are well known for their rich and unique assembles of flora and fauna. 25 biodiversity hotspots are identified in the world, and biodiversity are one among them. So now we can observe that them, it's basically about 25 biodiversity hotspots are identified in the world, and Western Ghats are one among them. So who is them? Them is nothing but 25 biodiversity hotspots. So but 25 biodiversity hotspots, they have mentioned over here, it's hotspot. So you can understand that we are not giving importance to 25 biodiversity, but it's nothing but hotspot is the answer. Them is basically referred to the hotspots. Okay, next question is which. What is which over here? Let's check out in the third or fourth line. 25 biodiversity hotspots are identified in the world, and Western Ghats are one among them. Next sentence, the Ghats are home to thousands of animal species, of which at least 325 are globally threatened. Of which is what is which over here? Which is nothing but the animal species. So which is nothing but the animal species. Okay. Next one, who. I've underlined over there. You can see that they are home to many indigenous people who are the verge of extinction. Who is who over here? They are the home to many indigenous people. Who is nothing but the indigenous people. So who is nothing but the indigenous people. Okay. The next one, it's very important for us to understand that we are going to the next question. So understand that normally the first question is going to relate it to the first line. Second question is going to be in the third or fourth line, and the third question is going to be normally in the fifth or sixth line, and the last question who is going to be the last line. So this is one of the small trick which you're supposed to understand. Next, questions and pronouns. Let's check on. My mother listens to bhajans in the kitchen while she prepares our food. My dog Vicky sits at the door of the kitchen and sniffs the aroma of it. With his tongue sticking out, he will sit there till she gives him a piece of what she's preparing. Okay, so see now, my mother listens to bhajans in the kitchen while she prepares our food. Who's she over here? She is nothing but mother. Next one, my dog Vicky sits at the door. Okay, my dog sits at the door. Okay, my dog sits at the door of the kitchen and sniffs the aroma of it. What is aroma of it? What is it refers to? My dog Vicky sits at the door of the kitchen and sniffs the aroma of it. It is nothing but the food. Okay, now who's his and there? So now let's check what is over here. Is of it with his tongue and sniffs the aroma of it with his tongue. Who's his over here? The dog. The dog, or what is the name of the dog? They've given the name of the dog. If it's not mentioned, you'll write the dog. As the name of the dog is mentioned, you're going to write Wiki. Wiki. Next one. There. Where is there over in the question? There. Let's identify. He will sit there till she gives him a piece of what she's preparing. Okay, so see, now you can understand that he will sit there till she gives him a piece of what she's preparing. So now we can understand that there is nothing but he will sit there. Which is that place there refers to? There is nothing but refers to the door of the kitchen. Yeah, basically the door of the kitchen. He'll sit over there. So this is the next question. Now let's look at the next one. This is more easier one. So guys, pronouns are very easier and you can easily fetch marks out of it. Please don't leave this mean. It's very important that you attend the pronoun. It's basically for 4 markers and they're going to ask you very easy question, and yes, that's it. So now let's go to the next question, keeping that in the mind. The Gregorian solar calendar was named after the King Gregory on Gregory 13, who introduced it in 1582. The Julian calendar was also a solar calendar based on the time it takes for Earth to travel one complete loop around the Sun. In Julius Caesar's time, although astronomers believed that the Sun revolved around Earth, they still managed to make fairly accurate measurement. People all over the world still use the calendar and they are happy with the same. Okay, regardless. So guys, one more tip which I want to say is that when you are going to, I'm emphasizing on passage reading. Why? Because along with the pronouns, I'm emphasizing on passage reading. Why? Because so I had an analysis of different types of question paper. It can be in terms of 2019-18. I could understand that they have asked most of the question from the passage itself. That means that the entire passage, you'll have 3 to 4 passages. No, you have to read. Okay, not 3 to 4 passages. You'll have one passage in which different paras are there. They may take one para out of it and they'll ask questions related to. They may copy the one para from it to the pronouns, and in that one para you are supposed to identify what is who, what is it, or this they, or so that's very important that you go through the first. As soon as you get the question paper, I advise normally the students to go through the passage writing first. Why passage writing? Comprehension. Passage writing nothing but comprehension. I'm just emphasizing on comprehension. Why? Because as soon as they give you the comprehension, please do go through the comprehension. One of the paras they can ask you for a pronouns, so make sure that the comprehension whenever they're giving you, please do go through it thoroughly. So that's the reason that it will be a little more hint for you when you go through this main. That's it. Nothing much. Even that doesn't consider us. But regardless of the factor in this question we can understand that what is who refers to. The Gregorian solar calendar was named after the King Gregory 13. Who? What is who over here? Simple, guys. So why are we using pronouns in a normally day-to-day life is basically about, you won't say Pavan is going to the forest. Pavan is still loving the fruits. Pavan is still enjoying the beauty of the nature. See, you won't emphasize the name Pavan. You won't say your own name again. But what do you do now? You will use the pronouns over there. Pavan went to the forest. He loved the beautiful trees. He enjoyed the vastity of the forest. So now you can understand that instead of my name, it's replaced with he. Right, you can observe it, it's replaced with he. As a result, this is not as pronoun. So they are asking you, who is this he over here? What is he refers to? He is refers to nothing but Pavan. So that's the reason. It's very simple key for you guys to understand. That's the reason I am trying to highlight on it. Okay, now looking at our example on this one itself, what is who refers to over here? The Gregorian solar calendar was named after the King Gregory 13. Who is who over here? It is nothing but King Gregory, King Gregory 13, also if you want, it's your choice. If you can just write it. Next one, what is it? They have given the number, so it's a little more easy for you to understand. Regardless, what is it refers to? It refers to introduced it in 1582. What is it over here? It is the Gregorian solar calendar. Very simple. What is they? Look at the third number. They have given it for you to easily identify. In Julius Caesar's time, although astronomers believed that the sun revolved around the earth, they still managed to make a fairly accurate measurement. Okay, so now what is they refers to? In Julius Caesar's time, although astronomers believed that the sun revolved around the earth, what is it they refers to? They is nothing but astronomers. They are nothing but the astronomers. You can see here, there is nothing but the astronomers. Next one. And one more they have asked, that's the fourth You can see the fourth, it's basically the fourth question. People all over the world still use the calendar and they are happy with the same. So, regardless of the fact that people all over the world still use the calendar and they are happy with the same. Who is they over here? They is nothing but the people. People, or you can write people, or you can write people all over the world. Now, let's look at the next example. The US Navy says it will use a new technology which enables it to use a robotic patrol boats with no sailor on board. The technology is adapted from NASA Recover on Mars. This will transform the operation system of the US Navy. Admiral who was instrumental in introducing this technology was Matthew Clunder. Okay, regardless. Now look at it. Who's hit over here? It. The US Navy says it. Who says it? US Navy. So the first answer is US Navy. Second question, which will use a new technology. Which, what is which over here? Which is nothing but will use a new technology. That new technology is called as which. Next, third one. The technology is adapted from NASA rover on Mars. This will transform the operation system of the US Navy. This will transform the operation system of US Navy. This will, what is this? Nothing but the technology is adapted from NASA's rover on Mars. This will transform the operation. What is this over here? It is the adapted technology. Or you can write the technology is adapted. Instead of writing technology is adapted, you can write the adapted technology. Next one, the fourth question. Who is who over here? The admiral who was an instrumental in introducing this technology was Matthew Clunder. What is who over here? Who is admiral? Or you can write it is Matthew Clunder. It is Matthew Clunder. Okay, it is Matthew Clunder. Next question, sixth one. The earthquake had destroyed the school buildings. The father started searching for his son. The parents of the other children stood shocked to see him digging through the debris. They pleaded him to go home. He continued frantically till he heard the son's voice calling out of him. He told him that there were other children also stuck there in the rubble. What is his refers to? His is nothing but, look at the first line. I said you the key. First line, first sentence, the second sentence, you'll be finding it. The earthquake had destroyed the school building. The father started searching for his son. What is his over here? His is nothing but the father. Next one. What is they over here? Check. The father started searching for his son. The parents of other children stood shocked to see him digging through the debris. They, who is they over here? They are nothing the parents. Okay, what is he again? Next question is he. Okay, let's check out. They pleaded him to go home. He continued frantically till he heard his son's voice calling out of him. What is he refers to? He is nothing but the father. Now there, where is there? Let's check the next sentence. So guys, go sentence by sentence. First question will be in the first sentence, the second sentence normally it will be then the first line. Certain cases it can also be in the second sentence, but keep this trick in your mind. Regardless, there they pleaded him to go to the school. He continued frantically till he heard his son's voice calling out of him. He told him that there were other children also stuck there. Okay, he told him that there were other children also stuck there in the rubble. Where is there refers to? There is referred to the rubble. Which place? Okay, that there is refers to which place. That's nothing but rubble. Next one. Ravi designs the trophies handed over to winners. There are presented to them with a grand ceremony. Though Ravi was not a sportsman, his passion for designing the trophy is outstanding. He has his workshop in West Bengal. He has his workshop in the West Bengal, there where he has been living since childhood. Okay, what is these refers to? Ravi designs the trophies handed over to the winners. These are presented to them. What are these refers to? What is presented to them? Trophies are presented. So these is nothing but trophies. Next one. Them. What is them? These are presented to them. For whom it is presented to them? It's like them means what? Them is nothing but for whom it is presented. Okay, they're signifying it's nothing but winners. They're signifying the winners over here. Next one, his. Next, third question is his. Though Ravi was not a sportsman, his passion for designing the trophies are outstanding. He has his workshop in West Bengal. He has his workshop where? Where is his workshop in? His workshop is in West Bengal. So his is nothing but the he has his workshop in West Bengal where he has been living since childhood. So where is the place signifying over here? The place is signifying West Bengal. So guys, that's all for today's class. Today we have discussed about pronouns. How what are the different tricks which we used in pronouns that's differently classified in terms of he, his, where, it. So these are the normal tricks these normal questions which they're going to ask. As I said you, the normal tricks which you're supposed to follow. First question will be there in the first sentence or second sentence, normally in the first line. Second question, second or third line, and third question in the fourth or fifth line, and the last question will be in the last line. So make sure that you follow always this pattern. Go in this pattern, okay? So guys, first read out the question, then go through this. Aram se easily you can get 4 marks from it. So please do follow the same technique. Hope to see you in my next video with further interesting topics. Hope you like this video. Please do like it and subscribe my YouTube channel. So next video we'll be discussing about further interesting grammar topics. And then guys, if you have not watched my previous videos on different chapters, I've updated all the videos on different chapters starting from all the 14 chapters, plus most of the grammar topics are covered now. Please do go through it. It is going to be very helpful for your exam, and I've also uploaded the model question papers. Kindly please go through it. It's going to be a little more easy for you guys. So if you just go through these videos once, like if it's possible at least once, if you go through it, it will be in your mind. So then it will be a little more easy for you to crack the exam. Thank you. Love you all so much. Wishing you the most and more day. And please do like and subscribe this YouTube channel. Thank you. Goodbye.